So apparently, sunlight vanishes entirely past 1,000 meters. Sunlight vanishes entirely past 1,000 meters. That is 3,280 feet deep. Below this threshold lies absolute blackness, where temperatures hover near freezing and water pressure reaches over 1,000 atmospheres, roughly equivalent to having an elephant standing on your thumb. Level 2. Brine pools or underwater lakes. On the ocean floor, high concentrations of salt create hyperdense bodies of water that sit at the bottom like underwater lakes. These pools are toxic, oxygen-depleted death traps. Any fish or organism that accidentally swims into one suffers toxic shock, dies instantly, and is pickled where it lies. Level 3. Point Nemo. Point Nemo is located in the South Pacific. Point Nemo is the oceanic pole of inaccessibility, the furthest place on Earth from land. It is so isolated that the closest human beings to anyone at Point Nemo are typically the astronauts orbiting aboard the International Space Station, 250 miles overhead. Level 4. Explosive barotrauma, or also known as the bends, at scale.
At extreme depths, the immense pressure forces gases like nitrogen into liquid form within an organism's blood and tissues. If a creature or diver ascends too quickly, the sudden drop in pressure causes those dissolved gases to expand violently back into bubbles inside the bloodstream. This leads to immediate tissue destruction, organs forcing their way out through the mouth, and blood vessels rupturing instantly throughout the entire body.
Level 5. Sensory deprivation and loss of spatial orientation.
If you sink past 200 meters 656 feet, total darkness sets in. Without sunlight, your brain completely loses the ability to distinguish up from down, as gravity alone isn't enough to tell your inner ear which way leads to the surface in zero-buoyancy water. Divers trapped in pitch-black water or underwater caves often float upside down or swim deeper into the abyss, convinced they are heading towards safety, until their air runs out.
Level 6. Total isolation. If something goes wrong at the bottom of the ocean, no one can rescue you. In deep space, radio waves travel at the speed of light. In the deep ocean, water blocks radio signals completely. You are effectively isolated in a high-pressure, freezing void where a hull breach guarantees instantaneous destruction before your brain can even process pain.